So just sit back towards the heels. It's still early in the day, so starting in an upright position helps you feel that element of uplifting. So if you just want to bring your palms to your thighs as you're sat right back towards your heels, wave length all through your spine and feel the crown of your head lifting high. Just take some nice natural breaths, nothing too complicated. And just begin to feel that sense of lift with the inhale. And as you inhale, begin to feel that sense of rising, that sense of nourishment through the body with every inhale. That energy beginning to spread all the way through your body. Lengthening every single inhale slightly more than the previous one. And being able to feel yourself really grounding down into this foundation. Just wiggling the knees nice and close together. Feel that sense of lift all the way from the base of your spine. And then just begin to slide your hands forwards and come into a closed knee, child's pose variation. So let yourself release all the way down. Keep your heels and hips nice and close together. Drop the head down and really extend through the arms. So rather than just dropping the forearms down, keep them long and extended so there's always space underneath your arms. Inhale as you lift through the head and gaze to the top line of your mat. And then exhale to fold and release. And just almost push the top of your mat so your hips reach back further towards your heels. Inhaling. Exhale, squeeze in and under. And again. One more time. And then inhale as you rise, come all the way up into your tabletop position, reaching your hips back and your head forwards. Find that same curvature through the spine in both ways, your cat and your cow position. Always teaming the movement and the breath together. And then coming back to a nice neutral spine, tucking the toes under, find that lift through the lower belly, and we'll lift into a bent knee, downward facing dog. So let the heels reach back, soften into the knees, reaching the chest back towards the knees as well, but also finding that lift through the belly. So if you push back too far, you'll end up almost grazing your nose on your mat. So squeeze and hug the front of the rib cage in, still pressing down through the palms, and just move the legs. You almost want to isolate the movement down into the legs here. So you keep your pelvis really level and press and release 1 foot at a time. So you're always coming back to that bent knee position. Inhaling, lift really high onto the heels, lower the knees but not quite all the way down to the mat. Make sure the hands are aligned directly under the shoulders, and then inhale to look forwards, lower the knees, untuck the toes. Bring your left hand into the center line of your mat, and then as you inhale, peel the chest open, reaching the right hand nice and high. Exhale, squeeze through and under, but you want to keep that arm really high. Inhale to lift all the way up. Exhale to squeeze through and under. Inhale. Exhale, squeezing. Inhale, come all the way back. Lifting high. Circle that right hand all the way up to the top line of the mat and extend your left toes back Tuck the toes under, press through that back heel, and then drop down onto your left forearm. Stretch between the heel and the hand, bow the head down, and breathe deeply into that right rib cage. Feel the length through the body. That depth of breath becoming much more prominent through your practice. And then inhale, sliding that right hand in. Both hands underneath the shoulders again. Keep the left toes tucked. Press back through the right toes into your high plank. Keep a nice long position. Press through the heels. And then exhale, lower the knees down and lower the chest and chin really slowly. So keep the elbows nice and close to the rib cage as you lower down. Inhale, ripple forwards, kind of like a worm position, and relax the toes. And then inhale, lift, squeeze the elbows into the side body, lift the hands just slightly off of the mat, as well as the chest and the head. Exhale, coming all the way down, hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Inhale, you're going to slide your chest back. Again, elbows and rib cage close together. Lifting through those sit bones and then push the floor away. Lift really, really high up, then lift the knees and then shift it back into downward facing dog. So already starting to feel that connection to the core, feeling the connection to the breath really working. Maybe starting to lengthen the legs a little more in your down dog, but don't forget about that squeeze through here. Inhale, lifting the heels, lower the knees, but not all the way down, just let them hover, holding here. And then lowering down, bring the right hand into the center of the mat. Inhale, peel the chest open, left hand up. Exhale, squeezing through and under, keep that left hand nice and high. Twice more. Keep that sense of control through the movement and the breath. Coming all the way back on the inhale. Exhale, circling the left fingertips all the way up to the top of the mat. This time take the right foot back. So opposite leg to hand that's forwards. Tucking the toes under, press through that heel and stretch. And then drop through that front forearm. Wiggle those fingers further away and drop down onto your forearm. Really taking deep breaths into the left side of your body. Inhaling, slide that left hand in, bring both hands back under the shoulders. Keep your right leg back and step the left foot back into high plank to meet it. Inhaling. Exhale, lower the knees again, control through the body, lowering slowly. Chest taps down just behind the hands. And then use the feet and the knees to ripple. Use the core to squeeze and roll onto the mat, relaxing the toes. Inhale, lift, let the hands rise. So this is our baby cobra. You can stay here or you can press and bring a bigger curve into the back, but keep that lower belly nice and strong so you balance it out rather than slumping into it. Squeeze and lift, belly draws back to the spine. Exhale, rolling down, hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, and then inhale again, just slide the chest back as you press the knees into the mat and lift those hips up. Then use the strength in the arms to push and lift. Find that nice long line from the knees to the shoulders. And then exhale, lift through and shift it back into downward facing dog. Give the head a little shake. Keep that connection strong in the belly. Feel the legs a little bit longer. Don't lengthen the legs though and feel the spine curve. Keep that spine nice and long. Inhale, lifting the heels nice and high, lower all the way to a hover again. Holding here. And then lower the knees, relax the toes, sit all the way back towards your heels. Again, waving length up through the spine. lengthening the back of the neck. Just relaxing the hands into the lap. This time turn the palms up. And just feel all of those sensations rising through the body. Very quick sequence, but you can feel that awakening. The mind-body connection stronger. Now hopefully you feel a little more ready to take on whatever the day has in store for you. Thank you for joining me this morning. Have an excellent day. Namaste.